Hi everyone, welcome to the Fashion Experiment. It's Dr. Bridget, your professor of all things fashion. And in today's video, I'm going to share Coachella inspired looks for menswear. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's get started. It's just as exciting as the women's wear inspired looks that were at Coachella. There was a theme similar to women's, where the men's look was a throwback to the 90s, lots of 90s inspired trends, and a very relaxed, I would say simple style, just classics with pops of 90s inspired prints and patterns for men's wear. And we'll see. So another big influence for Coachella for menswear specifically was social media, and how, in general, social media really drives the spread of fashion now, and things spread very quickly. And beyond what I could even imagine, like throughout the entire world, so not just in the United States or the country where you live, but as soon as something hits social media and it crosses all the different platforms from YouTube to TikTok, Instagram, all the platforms, everyone in the world is exposed to it, and they have that information. And therefore, fashion trends spread much more quickly, and people adopted quickly amongst large masses. The millions. And I'm talking about the young consumer group, the millennial consumer group, and the upcoming consumer group, which are little kids, elementary school age kids that they're calling alphas, the alpha generation. So that was something that was highlighted and that's important to me, because that is how fashion trends spread and are adopted by the masses. And that's what forecasting is. That's what we forecast. So here at Coachella, this very large event that draws lots of young consumers and millennials, it's a great opportunity to, again, look at the styles and the different interpretations of styles, and understand that those are forecasts that have already been made, that we are seeing come to fruition, in the public eye. All right. So here are some entertainers and public figures, again, that performed at Coachella, males now. So Harry Styles was a standout performer for his look. When I researched to prepare, today's lesson, I saw him referenced over and over again. And then the other two performers I listed because of their classic simple style, because those are what is forecasted for menswear. Okay, one standout trend that men's wear is seeking to simplify their style, but not make it boring. It's going to be interesting with pops of prints and patterns and specific garment styles like vests that's trending for spring, summer. And then another standout look was from Bratman Rock, and I included him because he's a YouTube influencer, social media influencer, and that's a popular figure in general. This category of influencer, social media influencer, YouTube influencer, because that is who young consumers look to now to be inspired. In addition to celebrities, but I'm saying if you are an influencer, you're just that. People are looking to you for guidance in regards to fashion and style. All right, so here's the first trend, the retro optimism, right? And WGSN speaks to how TikTok is kind of reviving the retro look. And it's all about these individuals, influencers that, have a following. And when you have a following, those individuals look to you for guidance, just like we, traditionally look to celebrities for guidance. Now, this is another pocket of public figures. So the retro look, well, I'm not saying retro look, but retro inspired style. So it's like, just like the images. And vests are trending for spring, summer for menswear. So the guys have on a simple silhouette for your bottom, just a basic pair of slacks, basic short, and then you paired it with a retro inspired print. And the garment happens to be a vest here in 2 instances. And then in the other instances, they're traditional classic button-up short sleeve shirts. But the print is what is making the look. And that's what you will see consistently over and over and over again from menswear. It's all about prints and patterns. And next, Y2K. So, and this was the last summer, maybe early fall, where I did my 90s inspired, 2000 inspired trends, like where it was just being introduced. Now it is full blown trending this spring, summer 22. And these are the prints and patterns. So butterflies, that's cool. And then the fire prints, I want to say psychedelic and optical illusion prints. Those are all prints that speak to the early 2000s. And where I initially saw, I want to say like technology trying to creep into fashion in a meaningful way. And I say that because of the optical illusion prints and prints that have like a futuristic techie feel to it. And that is re-emerging now, all right? Next is refined resort. So again, classic polo, classic shorts, classic button up, and you're not doing it, in a bright in your face way. I'm refined, I'm laid back, I'm classic, and I like that. And it's a look for lots of people. Anyone can adopt it and make it your own, mix and match, refined resort classic pieces that you have in your closet with more updated pieces. So it's easy, and you can also incorporate prints here. So the tropical print is what we see in the image here, but you can also incorporate florals, because florals are a big print this spring, summer. I consider florals a classic print. It's just interpreted in different ways. Okay, next is the one color cord. So it's almost like the two-piece set. The two-piece set has been trending for a very long time in women's wear, and I see that it's relevant now here for menswear. So just matching bottom, matching top, go with it, accessorize it. This look from Coachella is all yellow, so nice and bright and bubbly and shiny. He has the yellow Crocs on, the yellow sunglasses, the yellow hat, all bright, beautiful. I love it. And then all the looks, like when you do a matching set, it really makes you look put together and polished. You can elevate it with your accessories. That's really what gives it your own personal stamp to it. So that's important. But in general, you can't go wrong with a matching set for women's wear or menswear. You just look put together well. And knitted tops. So this is cool. And this also speaks to the retro inspired prints. But the knitted top is neat. And it absolutely reminds me of the 70s. And I like it because it hasn't been relevant for a while, and now it's back. Also, mesh kind of falls into this category as well, like the look that it gives. So it's not a look for every man, but if it's your style and it can work, it will look great because it's different. And it, again, makes you look polished and put together and stylish. The next look, they're calling half and half. So it's color blocking, basically. And And we've seen that color blocking was very much trending in the 90s. So it's being reinterpreted here for menswear and women's wear. I've seen this fall, winter, color blocking, fall, winter. I've seen it. So it's persisted into our spring, summer, and it's fun. You can mix and match your prints, mix and match solid colors, and it's just an interesting visual look in an outfit, just like in the images that we see here. All these looks just give a classic shirt style, a nice modern twist, a nice punch up, and it looks great. I love it. And a lot of these trends for menswear, these are, again, what was visible and worn at Coachella that has already been forecasted for spring, summer for menswear. So it's like, this is what people are actually wearing and what you will see people continue to wear and adopt if they haven't already worn. And a lot of the styles are also relevant in women's wear. So Grow Together trend is just a print trend of fun, like kiddish patterns. And it's just about being playful and being fun. So, and it's slightly cartoonish, but not all the way cartoonish. It's just fun, joyful prints. And that's what it's about. Washed out prints. So more prints, which I've said is what you will see for menswear. Find some prints and patterns, try to incorporate them into your wardrobe, you know, and it doesn't have to be a full-on whole printed outfit. It could be a shirt, could be socks. Just try it if you haven't, because that is what is most popular. All types of prints as you're seeing. And the checkered print is, again, a throwback to the 90s. It always makes me think of Vans and how the skateboard consumer group really emerged as prominent in fashion. Like individuals who skateboard for fun, skateboard for sport, you know, have always existed. But in the 90s is where they really crept in and became a force in fashion, and the style developed is something that people wanted to adopt. And the checkerboard print is really synonymous with that look. And it's back. Neutrals. So again, similar to the refined resort, the neutrals is your classic throwback. Who doesn't look great in a fresh white t-shirt, a fresh white button-up blouse, fresh white, all neutral look. It's very clean, very polished, and it works for everyone. And then the floral burst. So, and this floral burst is really a tropical floral. So it's a twist on the dad vacation shirt, really. And again, to me, that's retro inspired too. I see a lot of the way prints are incorporated into menswear to be very nostalgic. And I see it to be very like vintage, like how it's worn, but modern at the same time. That's so, like, that's fashion though. That's why I love it. Like, you can pick up an old dad shirt and style it the right way and put it on the right person, and it just be perfect, and people look at it and love it and then want to replicate it. And that's what it is. That's what fashion is. That's how trends develop and spread, and then it just keeps happening over and over again and evolving and taking different shapes and different forms. That's why I love fashion so much. It never stays the same. And it's like, how can you recreate? How can you redo? You ask the question and then someone's done it. So florals are always relevant. This year for menswear, it's taking on a tropical inspired print. So go grab you a floral print, tropical inspired button-up shirt or t-shirt if you can find it. And then another print, this again speaks to the 90s, the mushroom psychedelic print, you know, just like drugs is what it's promoting in general. But I mean, it's just a trend, it's a style where it's not for me, of course, but it's interesting. You can find your mushroom shirt. So this makes me think of like Spencer's, that store that sells just real like eclectic type stuff for that person, you know, which is not me, but it's cool. Something for everyone. And kid cult. So here is like the full-on cartoon graphic t-shirts and prints, which I've seen a lot of. So you'll continue to see this. This is really big, a big trend in menswear and in women's wear. The cartoon inspired, they call it kid cult, inspired trends. And it's just graphic tees or graphic shirt. I've seen 2-piece sets with graphic kitty cartoon prints on them too. And that's, you know, it's fun. It's playful. All right. So this brings me to the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. Menswear inspired looks at Coachella. Have a great one, everyone. Bye.